Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're tackling a hard problem called minimum cost path with teleportations. This is a really interesting grid problem because it combines standard movement with a special teleportation ability that has some unique rules. It might sound complicated at first, but we'll break it down step by step and see how a clever dynamic programming approach can solve it efficiently. Here's the situation. We have a grid of numbers, and we start at the top left corner. Our goal is to reach the bottom right corner with the lowest possible cost. We have two ways to move. First, the normal move. We can just walk right or down. If we do that, we have to pay a cost equal to the value of the cell we step into. Second, we have a special teleportation move. We can jump instantly from our current spot to any other cell, but only if that destination cell has a value less than or equal to our current cell's value. The best part? Teleporting costs 0. However, we can only use this special move at most k times. Let's simplify those rules. We want to find the cheapest path. Walking costs money, specifically, the value of the grid cell you walk onto. Teleporting is free, but it has restrictions. You can't just teleport anywhere. You can only teleport to a cell that is equal or smaller in value than where you are standing. And you have a limited budget of k teleports, so the strategy will involve balancing cheap teleports with necessary walking. Let's look at the example to see this in action. We have a 3x3 grid, and we can teleport twice. We start at the top left. First we walk down to row 1, column 0. The value there is 2, so our cost becomes 2. Then, we walk right to row 1, column 1. The value there is 5, so we add 5 to our cost, making it 7. Now we are standing on a 5. The target at the bottom right is also a 5. Since 5 is less than or equal to 5, we can use one of our teleports to jump straight to the end. That jump costs 0. So our final total cost is 7. Just a quick heads up. We'll be walking through the solution using Python logic, as it's great for readability. But don't worry if that's not your main language. I'll be showing the full code for Java, C++, and JavaScript towards the end of the video, so stick around for that. The editorial suggests a dynamic programming approach. Let's define costs as the minimum cost to reach the target from cell ij. This is a bit backwards from how we sometimes think, but it works well here. We are going to refine this table iteratively. We will run a loop k times. In each pass, we see if using a teleportation can give us a better, cheaper path than what we found in the previous pass. So essentially, we mix walking logic with teleport logic over several rounds. Before we dive into the code, let's talk about the real reason people fail at Leetcode. It's not because they can't reverse a linked list. It's because they break their daily streak. I built my daily to-do specifically to solve this. You can set Solve Daily Leetcode as a routine task. This means it reminds you to complete your routine tasks every day. It's a dedicated system to force you to be consistent, which I also use to remind myself to upload these videos every day. If you're watching this channel, you're trying to improve, so this tool makes sure you actually show up to do it. I also want to be 100% transparent about how this app will grow. I am an indie developer, not a big corporation. I will never take away a free feature you already use. Core features like repeating tasks remain free forever. However, as I add new server-heavy features, they will be part of the premium plan to help cover the costs of running the app. Also, the price of premium will go up every time I ship a major new feature, so the best time to get involved is right now while it's early. Check it out at the link in the description. Okay, we've talked about the big picture and the logic. Now let's see what this looks like as actual code. I'll put the full solution up on the screen first. And don't worry, after that, we'll walk through the most important sections together. Alright, here's the Python code for the dynamic programming approach. Don't worry if it looks like a lot, we'll walk through the key parts. We sort the points, iterate k times, and perform two main updates inside the loop, one for teleporting, and one for walking. First, we do some setup. We grab the dimensions of the grid. Then, we create a list of all coordinate pairs in the grid and call it points. The crucial step here is sorting points based on the value in the grid at those coordinates. Why? Because remember, we can only teleport to a cell with a value less than or equal to our current one. If we process cells in increasing order of value, we can easily keep track of the best place to be. We also initialize our costs table with infinity. This is the loop that runs k+1 times. Inside, we iterate through our sorted points. We maintain a variable min cost. As we move through the points from smallest grid value to largest, min cost remembers the cheapest cost we've seen so far to reach the end. Because the list is sorted, if we are at point I, any point we visited earlier is a valid teleport destination. When we finish a group of cells that have the same grid value, we update their cost to be min cost. This effectively says, if I'm here, I could have teleported to the best spot I've seen previously, so my cost becomes that minimum cost. After checking for teleportations, we need to account for normal walking. We loop backwards through the grid, starting from the bottom right and moving to the top left. For each cell, we check its neighbors, the one below and the one to the right. We ask, is it cheaper to walk here from a neighbor? If so, we update the current cell's cost. We simply take the neighbor's cost plus the cost to step onto that neighbor. This propagates the cheapest path backwards towards the start. It's always good to think about edge cases. What if k is 0? The code still works. It just runs the walking update once, effectively simulating a standard grid traversal without shortcuts. What if the start and end are the same? The base case sets the target cost to 0, and the function returns that 0 correctly. Also, if all grid values are identical, our grouping logic in the teleport phase handles it perfectly by treating the whole grid as one big group of valid destinations. So, how fast is this solution? The time complexity is dominated by two things. First, sorting all the grid points takes mn log mn time. Then, we have our main loop which runs k times, and inside that loop we iterate over the entire grid, so that adds k times mn. Overall, it's quite efficient. For space, we just need to store the costs grid and our list of points, so the space complexity is order mn, linear with respect to the grid size. Alright, that covers the main solution in Python. As promised, for those of you who code in other languages, I'm about to show the full solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript. I won't be breaking these down step by step, but the logic is exactly the same. Sort the points, iterate k times, update for teleports, then update for walking. Just pause the video on your language of choice to check it out. Alright, as promised, here is the full solution in Java. You can pause the video here to take a closer look at the implementation. Next up, here is the C++ version of the solution. Again, feel free to pause and review the code. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. Hopefully seeing it in a few different languages helps solidify the concepts. So let's wrap it up. We looked at a really cool way to solve this. The key takeaways? First, dynamic programming can be iterative. We built the solution one teleport layer at a time. Second, sorting the grid points was the aha moment that made the teleport logic efficient. Instead of searching the whole grid for valid jumps, we just walked through a sorted list. It's a great example of how pre-processing data can simplify your main algorithm. Also, if you're looking for even more Leetcode problems beyond the daily challenge, I've started a second channel called Leetcode Unlocked. It's where I'll be posting solutions to a ton of other problems, so if you're serious about your interview prep, be sure to check it out. The link is in the description below. Hope this Leetcode solution breakdown made sense. If it helped, give that like button a click, maybe subscribe for more, or drop a comment if you have questions. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you know straight away when I upload a video, because I upload videos daily. If you want to support the channel, a few people have asked how I plan my solutions. I'm a big fan of sketching out the logic and data structures on a tablet before I code. It really helps. I've put affiliate links in the description to the tablet I use and a few other good options. Using those links doesn't cost you anything extra but really helps me out. Or, if you're feeling generous, there's always the Boba Fund. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.